two, three, four, one, two. September 17, for a girl I know it's Mother's Day. Her son is gonna leave, and that's where he will stay.
Good evening, Purple City. Happy Sunday. Happy Holy Day. The song you just heard was Fiddler's Green by a great band that if you don't know what band that was, I fucking frown upon you for being a Canadian, because if you're not a Canadian, especially at this year and this time of this year, and everything went down with Gord Downie and his terminal ill cancer, if you weren't there at the parks watching the final concerts of the Tragically Hip with tears in your eyes as you watched Gord Downie try and sing Fiddler's Green the last night of their Canadian tour, their final Canadian tour, if you weren't standing there in tears like a goddamn fucking Canadian, I don't know who you are as a person. Because I know sure as hell that I fucking stood there in the Exchange District right beside Gabe Zelke, actually. A guy who I've only seen 3 times in the past 4 years. Twice in the Exchange District, once at Folk Fest. Second time being the time I met up with him at that final concert just to watch the stream of it. I didn't last very long, because about 2 songs after this I had to leave. I couldn't take it anymore. It was too fucking emotional over the time, and I was standing there with Gabe Zelke. I don't want to stand there and cry beside a dude all day. No, I went and left and was like a man and fucking went down to watch the UFC fight down at Applebee's and get drunk like a human being. Which is what I'm doing this fine Sunday evening, is getting drunk. I don't know if you can hear the sounds of that ice, but that is the ice inside of a special old whiskey drink mixed with black cherry. Yumma dum dum dum. It was a really sad time to hear that Gord Downie was leaving us. I'm very disappointed in myself for not actually going to see the Tragically Hip. Yeah, that's very embarrassing, but I wasn't gonna be able to do it. I didn't have money. I don't have enough money for that kind of shit, and I don't have time to force a couple $100 down someone's throat just to get me see 3 rows in between a couple fat chicks taking up 2 seats at one time to go see Tragically Hip. As much as I love them, I feel like it was a great experience going to see them down there in the Exchange District, because never in my life have I seen such an open crowd of people drinking beers and smoking weed in the open of downtown Winnipeg, our fine Purple City, downtown, right there in the Exchange District. Just a group of about 300, 400 people smoking weed, drinking, and everyone's cheering and crying for Gord as he played on the video screen and sang to the rest of us fellow Canadians for one last time as the lead singer of the Tragically Hip. Probably, if not, one of the most iconic Canadian bands now, after what happened this year. I've never in my life have I seen a band tour a country, and it being such an important tour and famous tour and iconic tour and tear-jerking tour, that every single city, major city, I don't know about the smaller cities in the country, but I know every single major city was streaming on live broadcasts. And I don't know about other cities, but I know here there was at least 4 or 5 different locations in the city streaming these Tragically Hip concerts, and you could just go stand there and sit in a lawn chair and get fucked up all day with your fellow Canadians and enjoy seeing the Tragically Hip one last time if you couldn't afford to go there. And it was all free. There wasn't a single cop. I didn't see a single cop standing around anywhere bugging anybody, because they're all probably, on their duty at the Tragically Hip concert, making sure nobody killed themselves outside because of Gord Downey leaving us. Possibly in the future, hopefully not, but it's looking that way. So I've heard that he's had a lot of trouble remembering things lately, and it's kind of really scary to think about. I'd prefer not to. On a side note, I was gonna open up today's podcast with a Perpetrator song, because it's kind of the theme of this podcast. This was a podcast made between me and Brent, and a really good old friend of mine since I was born, basically, Marc Engel. And the reason we planned on doing the podcast was to keep it consistent, and we wanted Marc Engel on the podcast. He's got a lot of good stories. He's been a really good friend of mine, and he enjoys the same type of music as me. He's got a love for good music. He's perfect in that kind of way for having him on the Purple City podcast, especially episode 3, since we're kind of searching for new people to get on, and he was perfect guest number 3. Podcast is really good. I do interrupt people a little bit too much. I'm gonna have to work on that. I say like a lot. I fucking can't stand it when people say like all the time, and after upon listening to this again, I notice I say like a lot, and it's pretty bad. I'm gonna have to fix that myself. But yeah, me and Mark, we are going to see a fine local Winnipeg talent band of ours called the Perpetrators. They are a local raunchy blues band, kind of in the vein of George Thorogood and the Destroyers, if you were into that kind of raunchy blues music. Yeah, we went to go see them. I took him there because he's never heard of them or seen them before, and this was my 3rd time seeing them. Of the 3 times I've seen the Perpetrators, this was by far the best show I've seen. I don't know if it was the mindset that I had or the energy of the crowd, but I'm pretty sure it's the energy of the crowd this time, because the crowd was just going nuts. I've never seen a crowd so excited to see the Perpetrators before. It was a really fucking good show. I think props to the opening band for being such a killer opening band and doing an amazing fucking cover of Alabama by Neil Young. That was such a good show. Always worth the $20. Perpetrators, if you guys ever have a chance to see them down at Park Theater, I believe they'll be back in April, because me and Mark actually spoke to the drummer for a good 10 minutes before the show about some things about being in a band and life with Jason and them, and working for Big Dave McLean. Yeah, they said they'll be back in April, so you guys should keep your eyes open for the Perpetrators coming back. They're an amazing blues band. They're always just a good party to go and hang out with. They're just a fucking stellar band. Always a good time. Always a good time. I'm looking forward to see the next Perpetrators show after this one. It was a really, really good time. Pretty sure Mark enjoyed it. Pretty sure Mark enjoyed being on the podcast. But to make up for not having the Perpetrators open, I had to have them closed, because Mark's being a lazy piece of shit and not getting me his copy of his album that you'll hear about later towards the end of the podcast. We talk about it. I was hoping on getting a copy of his album, which, things didn't really turn out the way they were supposed to, and his lazy ass hasn't replied to me. I don't know why. It is so fucking hard to get contact with this guy. It's like trying to get contact with a stone at the bottom of the ocean. There's no fucking contact at all. He's disappeared. He's gone. The second he gets out of my car, it's like, poof, there goes the fucking magician. Gone till the next time he decides to finally appear somehow on Snapchat to create a message back to me. So I think I'm going to close out the podcast with the classic Smokes and Chicken. Probably the Perpetrator's most famous song. It's definitely the most famous song, actually. Now I think about it at the show. Every show, once Smokes and Chicken comes on, all of a sudden everyone's waltzing up to the front of the stage and swinging their hips and ready to fucking dance. I just wanna fucking dance. Hope you guys enjoy. Guess we may as well get started now. Purple City Podcast, Episode 3 with Marc Engel. What would I title this one? Pre-Perps Cast. Enjoy. Okay, this is Purple City Podcast Episode 3 now. We are keeping the consistency going, apparently.
No, we're trying to.
We're trying to. It's me again, Jonas Strassel, and my good buddy Brent Schaffner.
Good evening, everybody.
So tonight's podcast, we're going to have our guest, Marc Engel. He is a very good friend of mine that I've known since I was born. One of those kind of friends. You grew up with them because your moms were very good friends back in the day. So right now we're actually just about to pick him up. We're going to keep this authentic because Brent's never met him before.
No, should be interesting.
Oh yeah, we're going to have him enter the vehicle to Brent. And get the podcast going right away. We are here at his house. See a bunch of people inside. Looks like them. He's getting to the door. Let's keep it going. It looks like he knows that's me.
Oh yeah, he's coming out.
He's coming out. We're going to see a nice Purple City band tonight called The Perpetrators, actually, me and Marc. We're going to go see a nice, good old blues band. Marc Engel. Not much. How you doing, buddy? Get on the other side of the car, if possible.
What's happening?
Not much. Welcome to the Purple City Podcast.
It's good to be here. Hey, I'm Marc. Nice to meet you, man. I'm Brent. Nice to meet you.
So a little backstory. As I was saying, we got a little bit of an intro going. Me and you, buddy, have known each other since I was born. You're a year older than me, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We go way back to the days of me getting all antsy about wanting to borrow your Woody doll, and you getting pissed off because you didn't want me to borrow your fucking Woody doll.
Hey man, that shit was a treasure to me.
That's probably what started my love for Tom Hanks, was that singular doll of Woody back in the day, just borrowing it from you all the time. Then we wouldn't see each other for probably 5 months, and I'd just have this fucking Woody toy that I'd just be playing with constantly every day. While Marc, I assume, just sitting at home with his fucking Buzz Lightyear, just fucking goddamn it! I hate this Buzz Lightyear. I want my fucking Woody. I want a snake in my boot.
I don't know if someone poisoned the water hole.
Just a heads up, if you want to talk, try and keep your mouth close to this thing if possible, as best as possible, and like keep your voice up too. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to talk a little loud.
I feel that. Okay.
So if you know anything about podcasts, Marc?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Do you ever listen to a podcast?
I listened to one back in high school.
What podcast is that? Again, speak up a little bit.
It's got a weird name. It was called the Porn Identity Podcast.
The Porn Identity.
Fuck?
Actually, I kind of remember you telling me about this a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it was great, man.
What was this about?
They would have like all these different segments, like inside the actress's studio and stuff, and they just watch a bunch of porn and talk about it. Like they were talking about this one guy. His acting name was Wesley Pipes. Oh man. It was great though. They were hilarious, and I was like I was listening to one, and I actually watched the video that they were talking about. It was this video where this guy comes, he's repairing this chick's computer, and he's like, I checked your browser history, and there's a bunch of porn on it. She's like, well, what do you mean? What kind of porn? He's like, bitch, that's your computer. You know what's on there. He's like, there's a bunch of anal porn, and you don't seem to type. So she just starts walking away, and she goes, well, and then it cuts right to her getting fucked in the ass.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, wow, the story was shit, so you just cut right to the action.
Yeah, look at this couple seconds. Look at this crazy Asian lady. Look at that hair. Oh, what the fuck kind of hair is that?
Welcome to my neighborhood.
Jesus.
She's got like a tiny little hat on too.
The front half of her head is bald, and then the complete back half is a long curly afro. What was that?
Christ.
I've never seen or imagined anything like that in my life. That is fucked up. I love your neighborhood, Mark.
Pro painting.
What is this? This is St. Boniface, right? You consider this St. Boniface?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is I think St. Patel.
Okay. Oh, this is St.
Oh, see, it is St.
Oh,
Patel.
so it is St. Patel.
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought differently. All right. So yeah, so you kind of understand what a podcast is then. So what I'm gonna do? Have you listened to my podcast?
I heard a little bit of the second episode.
Oh yeah, okay. So you kind of know the gist of it.
Yeah.
Tell some great fucking stories. Talk about what you want to talk about. Just keep in mind that it will get released. But if you say some shit that you don't want to get out to the world, I'll just edit it out, because we did that for the last one and the first one. We had to edit. There's gonna be editing either way, because I'll probably end up saying some stuff that, well,
Well, I got one. It happened recently. It was like the first time I tried mushrooms.
And you want the story to go out?
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Okay, let's hear about your mushroom story. This is the first time you did mushrooms?
First time.
All right.
So
Speak up. Never keep it a fucking radio voice.
So there I am. I'm sitting in my garage and take it. It's about 11:30, and it's just kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
So I start looking at the boxes in my garage. I'm like, man. Everyone's like, Mark, you okay? I'm like, man, these boxes are just being fucking boxes, man. I fucking put shit in them. Look, there's some boxes in that fucking box. They're like, man, you're fucked, Mark. I'm like, hey, man, I didn't even fucking hit this shit yet. So, night goes on, and my friend who brought them, he had this new girlfriend at the time. So, he leaves his two best friends high on mushrooms, alone with the gate unlocked. Now, we didn't do anything crazy. We just laid around in the backyard, but when he got back, we gave him so much shit. We were like, man, you left your two best friends high on mushrooms alone. Do you realize the shit that could have went down?
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Not finished quite yet.
Okay.
So I took the first bit of mushrooms, and then my
Yes.
friend got back at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he wanted to try it. So I took it a second time, round 2. And I was up till 5 o'clock the next day.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be no
Holy
sleeping
fuck.
that
Oh
night.
my god, it was insane. I tried to fall asleep once because I had to work. I ended up having to call in sick.
Holy shit.
Oh, it was crazy.
How many do you think you did?
I took 2 handfuls like that.
Holy fuck, that's a decent amount.
Oh, it was crazy. I was like laying on my deck looking up the sky, and it looked like a bunch of liquid nitrogen just bubbling up at us. I was like, what the fuck? I was looking at my eavesdrops. They were all vibrating. I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
And then they all went to bed, and I was sitting in the garage finishing up something I was writing, and it just, all the sounds in my garage just going like,
What the
and
fuck?
I'm like, all right, I gotta get the fuck out of this garage.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It was great, but I was freaking out, man.
Did I tell you about my first mushroom trip?
You
Mark?
never did?
No, yeah, I kind of... Okay, I haven't talked really about my drug experiences yet on this podcast. I'm kind of worried about getting it out. But, thanks, buddy! But, I guess, you know what? I may as well start now. I'm of legal age.
That's where the first one.
Yeah, like, I'm of legal age. I can get this out now, I guess. I'm willing to talk about it. Well, we'll ease into other things later on, because I've had a bit of a past. But mushrooms are kind of the thing that really, really, really changed my life. I used to be a bit of a fucking scumbag, piece of shit. I had a lot of problems when I was in high school. Yeah, fuck you. My first mushroom trip, a good friend of mine gave me some mushrooms of his that he said was 2 grams, which now looking back onto it, I believe was around 5, because he was just stupid. And I ate them all with peanut butter in my house by myself.
How were they with peanut butter?
At the time I thought it was not bad, but then since then I've had way better things. Me and Brett will discuss with you lemon teching after I finish the story, or Brett will discuss it. My first time, so I ended up eating that with peanut butter, and I was talking to a girl at the time, and like just kind of like with my mushroom trip, and kind of just describing what was happening, because she's never done it before. It was my first time. So I started to get a little bit queasy, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go to my bedroom. And I'm going to have like a mood setting. So I turn on like this pink and blue light in my room. It's around 10 o'clock at night. And then I'm like thinking, like things are starting to fucking get weird. And I see like the walls are starting to breathe. And all my posters, because I have so many posters in my room, starting to like kind of move a little bit, sway. That's when I'm like, okay, now it's starting. And the light became so fucking bright that I had to turn it off. And I couldn't look at my phone, so I had to stop talking to whoever I was talking to. I'm like, yeah, I cannot do this. My plan was the whole night that I'm going to lay in bed, because in case anything went wrong, and I could just like be in bed. Like I didn't want to fuck up or be in my house going crazy or anything, because I was very, very scared to do it the first time. So I take it, and they really kick in. And the plan was, and I followed through. I listened to the Doors discography. I listened to from the Doors to Strange Days to what was after Strange Days? Morrison Hotel. Then the Soft Parade. No, Morrison Hotel was after the Soft Parade. Yeah. It was Strange Days, then Waiting for the Sun.
Yeah.
Then the Soft Parade. Then Morrison Hotel. Then L.A. Woman. I listened to all 5 of those in a row, in sequence, on my mushroom trip, which was the perfect way to go through a mushroom trip. Because you start off kind of bluesy and psychedelic with the first album, where like it ends when I'm peaking with the end, and I get so fucking deep into the end. And Jim Morrison, like these were the strongest visuals I've ever had in my life, because these were supposedly some of the best mushrooms in the city, from like a certain someone downtown that I've heard from multiple sources has crazy mushrooms. I legit swear to God, I fucking was in the desert, and Jim Morrison was kind of like laughing at me, and he just fucking like took my hand, and we held hands and started walking for a bit. Then I started laughing so hard I came out of that, and I just see fucking shapes flowing into my face as in a sequence. All of them are coming in a line through like 3D, coming at me through my room. Then I'm like seeing fucking shit, and I remember specifically once I got into Strange Days, it gets just straight up psychedelic, and through Waiting for the Sun, it gets all trippy and shit. Then I'm fucking like just seeing Jim Morrison's head laughing at me while I'm just tripping balls, because I'm kind of freaking out, but he's laughing at me, and he's just like thinking it's hilarious. So I kind of knew it was supposed to happen, and it kept me calm and shit. Then I went into the Soft Parade. Things get a little more poppy, so I was getting a little more happy, right, listening to it. And then finished it off with all like kind of psychedelic blues, and then finished the full trip at Riders on the Storm when I'm super sleepy. I just fell asleep. But after that night, I came out of my fucking bedroom door like I was exiting a vagina, being reborn as a new person. Completely stopped all the fucking stupid drugs and every like thing bad that I was doing in my life at the time instantly. No thought about it, because I sat there and thought about how much of a piece of shit I was and all these things I needed to change in my life. And that's when I started becoming kind of really into psychedelic ways of life, listening to psychedelic music, meditating. I started to try and do yoga. That's all kind of washed away. In the past couple of years, I've been drinking a lot, and all that's gone away. I haven't really meditated in a long time and all, but yeah, my first mushroom trip really changed my life and changed my views on life and a lot of things. It wasn't more of like a giggly high like you you've described as more of like a mind trip and more of like a fucking soul searching experience that I had.
Well, doing shrooms by yourself is a lot different than with other people.
Yeah, that's why I enjoy doing mushrooms by myself, is because
it's more
I
inner.
go through that. Yeah, I learn a lot of things, plan a lot of things about my life, set some goals for myself, because you think so deeply and like real about yourself that like you can go through all the bad. Like when you have a really bad trip on mushrooms, which I've had, those are only when you're in a really bad spot in your life and you're doing mushrooms just to get fucked up, or like you're just doing them to do them, or like you plan to do them but the night didn't go too well, but then you want to follow through with your plans and you take them but you're already in a bad mindset, so you end up having a bad trip. Yeah, mushrooms are very, very, very delicate thing to do, and I don't do them as much as I used to. Like when I first took them, I started doing them all the time, but now it's more like 3-4 times a year, if that. Because now it's kind of like a sacred thing to me. I don't know if you know what I mean, but
I feel that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you done mushrooms since that, Mark?
Have I done what?
Have you done mushrooms since then?
Oh yeah, I've done it like in 2 months. I did it like maybe 4 or 6 times.
Okay. You listen to music on mushrooms?
Oh hell yeah!
How incredible is music?
It's fucking mind blowing.
Have you ever listened to the? Okay, I'm probably gonna guarantee you listen to the Doors, right?
Oh man.
Okay, they're fucking mind blowing. You start to understand. Like, Strange Days was not one of my favorite Doors albums. I listened to it on mushrooms, and it was the best fucking Doors album since then, because you actually fully understand. Have you ever listened to the Grateful Dead?
Not as much.
Listen to the Grateful Dead. They are kind of terrible if you listen to them sober or just high. Listen to them on a psychedelic. It is fucking mind-blowing. They will change so many views on music because they're so goddamn experimental. They do things that don't even make sense until you're on a psychedelic and you understand what they're going for, because you put yourself in that mindset of being in 1967 when there's all you hear around is like the Mamas and the Papas Daring California Dreamin' song, which is super fucking controversial then, or like everyone's getting fat except Mama Cass, like those fucking kind of songs. That was what was controversial then, until Grateful Dead comes out and the Doors gets the balls to come up with the end to talk and sing about fucking his mother and killing his father and his son, or I mean his father and his brother and his sister. It is the opus. What is it? What's it called? That whole scenario in the end. I used to know all this shit.
The whole scenario.
The whole scenario in the end. You know the song in the end by the Doors,
of course,
right?
Of course.
You know the whole scenario in the end where he kills his sister. Like, you know, he goes to the room where his sister lived, and then he walks on down the hall and goes to the room where his brother lived, and then he pays a visit to his brother. Yeah, he paid a visit to his brother, and then he walked on down the hall.
Well, I know what
to
it's
his
called.
father.
It's like when you kill your
Oedipus Rex. That's
Yes.
what it is. The Oedipus Rex. It's an old Greek.
Oedipus.
Oedipus. That's how you pronounce
yeah,
it.
because it was a prophecy that this king's son,
Yeah.
I believe, was gonna steal his woman, kill him and then steal his woman. So he put him in prison and shit. Then eventually somehow escaped and shit.
What happened was he actually had his
Speak up.
He had his feet stabbed through with a piece of metal, and he had him thrown off a cliff. But a farmer found him and raised him. So he went to the city and he killed this group of people on the way, which turned out to be the king and his guard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then their carriages or something meet up and shit. And yeah, and he ends up killing him and taking his woman, which was his mom.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then he has sex with the mom, has a bunch of kids, and then finds out, claws his own eyes out and shit.
Yeah, that whole fucking scenario is kind of based on that. Like, the story goes, the song started off as a love song. Like, do you know this story? I've read Ray Manzarek's book and John Desmore's book. And in Ray Manzarek's book, he specifically, I remember, he was describing how the song started off as a love song. It'd just be those first 3 verses, right? It's just like, this is the end, my only friend. Then one night, they're playing, and fucking Jim just keeps going. And he's like, what the fuck? Alright, so they're all like, the band is trying to like play along with what he's singing. And then he just starts to fucking continue on for so long. Like, the song was only 3 minutes. Now they're like 6-7 minutes in. And he's like, holy shit. Now we're really bringing this in now. Then Jim starts singing that section of the song. And Ray Manzarek notices right away. He's like, okay, he's doing the, how do you pronounce it? Oedipus? Oedipus Rex. Yeah. He recognizes that as being what's drawn out in his lyrics. And the band, like, I guess they all kind of knew it back then, because they're all from film school. And
all art students of some
yeah,
sort.
they're all art students, and they all knew the story well, so they kind of saw that the song was getting a lot more intense, and they started building up the song faster and more intense, until, like, Ray Manzarek was kind of sweating, because he was all worried about what the fuck was going to happen now, because he knows how the story goes. And Jim just starts screaming, fuck, 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 fuck you, baby, like, fucking on the stage. And people start, like, standing up from their tables and walking the fuck out, because it's 1968 or 67 at the time. They've never seen this kind of shit before. He has the balls to completely finish the song, go on through it. They all finish the song. As soon as they get off stage, the owner of the bar comes up to them, tells them they're banned, can never play again. Yeah.
Fuck. Fucking ballsy, man.
They were fucking ballsy as shit.
So, Mark, have you ever heard of lemon teching?
Never.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, lemon teching, it's when you bust up the shrooms into, like, a container, squeeze a couple of lemons into it, because the lemon juice, it breaks it down, because it's really acidic, it breaks it down and processes it, so it doesn't take as long for it to hit you, and it hits you harder, but it doesn't last as long, and holy shit, it's fucking crazy. We let it sit for about 45 minutes, just the sitting in the busted up shrooms, sitting in the lemon juice. Oh.
Ooh, man, I'm gonna have to try some of that shit.
Yeah, you take it, it reacts into your body quicker than you would just normally ingesting it.
So it's already broken down most of
like
it.
like acidically, like it would have been in your stomach.
Man, my only problem with shrooms when you're eating them, though, is how bad they can taste. Man,
Dude, lemon juice straight up just tastes like lemon juice. Just takes away the flavor.
It's like pulpy lemons.
Yogurt also takes away. Yeah, I just swallow my like, I don't even chew the mushrooms when they're in lemon. You just swallow them. Yogurt too. When I was like eating them, I would dip them in yogurt. That just fully overpowered all the flavor.
Oh yeah.
Peanut butter would overpower the flavor, but kind of mix in too. So that was kind of gross.
Man, I had this. It's off topic of mushrooms, but I had this weed once.
There's no off topic on the pod. Oh, someone almost got hit.
Oh baby.
There's no off topic. You change the topic, we continue on that topic.
Well, I had this one guy that I was buying weed from. He used to make hash oil out of it. Well, he still does. Whenever you smoked it, it tastes like burnt peanut butter.
That sounds terrible.
It was fucking nasty. But he always had some, so, you know, whenever you were dry, you just hit him up. But that was always the last resort. You ever have something like that? You ever have, like, the worst tasting weed?
Dude. Yes.
It's
called blue cheese.
Blue cheese? So bad.
Makes your mouth all fucking tacky. Man.
Sounds disgusting.
It is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We've all been there. We've all had our times.
So when I took the mushrooms the second time in that one night, I took another handful.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy, we started walking up and down the back lane. We grabbed this juicy apple. It took the guy 4 hours to eat one apple. Because he couldn't stop talking about this thing. 4 hours, and every time we would talk, he would shake the apple. So now every time, I'm just like, man, the apple has emphasis. And he's just like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Shit. It's great.
Having that natural fruit just connecting with it.
We ended up sitting in a back alley around
I had an apple for about hour to 2 hours, and I played with the apple. I didn't eat the apple at all that night. I just held it. And it was like, that was like the first time I did it, dude. When we were watching the Grateful Dead documentary, you and Chanel were at your house, and I was at my house holding the apple.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking me and Chanel like talking about the fucking documentary while it's going on. Like, you guys get prepared for when he swims underwater.
You're just so happy with all the fishes.
Yeah,
and
dude.
shit.
Okay, you know Jerry Garcia, right? How he's a big boy. They're like talking about how he was super happy to be able to go underwater and feel weightless. So you just see like footage of him underwater, and he's just floating with all the fish and shit. And then an electric eel just floats right up to Jerry Garcia, and I couldn't believe it, dude. He just starts tickling the under the chin of the electric eel, and the electric eel's just going like, taking the fucking tickle, like it was the best thing of his life.
Oh man, I was watching this thing the other night. Apparently sharks like react to like infection the same way dogs do. They like come back for it and everything. There was this guy just petting tiger sharks.
No
Holy
way.
fuck.
Oh yeah, it was great. This fucking shark was just like, pet me, bitch.
Pet me or I'll eat you.
Pretty much. Oh man, I could not believe how ballsy people are with some things. I was watching a volcano documentary. That shit's crazy. They were standing on the edge of the rim of the volcano,
Yeah.
and it's crazy how fast it moves. Cause like you see this like maybe 50-meter wide inferno of just lava, and that shit could just bubble up and just raise up into the bowl faster than you could run away.
Wow.
Yeah, man, fucking, it's beautiful.
That's
It's
scary.
savagery. And it, like they were telling us about these French volcanologists, and they would
Volcanologists?
oh yeah,
Never heard that word before.
they would get super close. Like this one chick was getting the temperature of the volcano, and she was standing 5 feet away from this river of lava, and it moves just as fast as water. It's fucking scary.
Man, you know what I found out in the past 2 or 3 years that was an actual thing on Earth that I learned from Minecraft?
What?
Okay, I played Minecraft for a good week or two where I was like super into it because my old friend Connor got me into it, and then I just obviously got super bored of it because I'm more of a
Not much to do.
story-driven gamer. Yeah, I can't, like, as soon as I built a portal, I was done. But Oblivion is a real fucking thing. No, Obsidian, sorry,
Yeah.
not Oblivion. Obsidian is a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
You mix water and lava, you get a solid rock called obsidian.
And it's super brittle too, so whenever it breaks off, it has actually doctors in the 50s used to use that for eye surgeries because it was so sharp.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Cavemen,
Wow.
it was like what they congregated around these volcanoes because of the obsidian, and they would make tools.
Imagine how many people had to die first before realizing that lava
Can't
is
be that
not,
close to
is
'em.
not something you fucking drink.
No.
It is not some spicy looking liquid.
You cannot go swimming in it.
Yeah, you can't go swimming in a hot bath in lava.
Probably took the first guy to jump in and just disappear and never come back out. They're like,
Or
fuck
like,
that
no,
shit.
he jumped in and they just saw his body disintegrate as it went down. It looked normally like he was going down, but as he fully went down, just smoke and ash piled up at the top.
How do you think those cultures got to the point of like sacrificing people into volcanoes?
For the sun?
The documentary that I was watching was talking about it. They believe, this one volcano believes that people, the spirits who are related to the volcano, go into the volcano and add to the inferno. And this guy was like, yeah, my friend, he goes up to the volcano, and if he wants to have a smoke, the volcano will jump out and light the smoke for him.
Damn, that'd be awesome.
Oh,
my
yeah,
they
God.
believe that
Just
all
put your
the-
Hold on, Mark.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, you're not allowed to smoke cigarettes on the podcast.
Oh, I apologize.
People will know.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh,
Because I'm about to light a cigarette. Could you imagine?
I felt so
Could you
bad.
imagine?
I already
You're allowed
had
to
2
talk about
smokes.
anything, but there's no cigarette smoking allowed. When it's an audio podcast, there is no fucking cigarette smoking allowed on my podcast.
Yeah, man. Volcanoes, they're fucking beautiful.
I don't know how I would actually like to go see a volcano, like the one in Hawaii. That'd be pretty dope.
There's one in, Antarctica called Erebus. It's one of the 3 in the world that you can actually see the magma inside of it because it's so deep.
Really? You can see the magma in the other ones?
Well, you see the lava coming out, but the magma is the stuff. The magma is what the lava is when it's underground, and it's so deep that it's not classified as lava. When you see it, it's classified as magma because it's like a huge crater-looking thing, and it just goes deep down into the earth.
In that documentary, did they talk about, I forget what it's called, like the Gate of Hell or something, like that place?
No.
That there's just a bunch of lava or something and shit?
They did talk about one place though. It's Lake Toba in Indonesia.
Lean in here.
It's in Lake Toba. Lake Toba is a giant.
Lake Manitoba?
No, Lake Toba. It's in Indonesia. It's like it's 100 miles long, and it's a big volcanic. The entire lake was a
Volcano.
volcano. Yeah.
So it's just magma and like lava you
Yeah.
see. Okay, that could be what I'm thinking of. I don't know.
No. What you're thinking of is in Poland, I think.
Poland? I don't know. I only know it by its nickname. Cause yeah.
I think the Gate of Hell is like it's a volcano, but it has like a natural gas spout.
Yeah, it's got
coming
a lot of natural gas there. It's just like this tiny area. And
out. Oh, it's beautiful. I've seen it. Well, not in real life, but.
that'd be an amazing thing to see. in
Oh,
real
no
life.
doubt. I'd have to light a smoke with it though.
Have to, like,
Just put your cigarette in the lava.
see, I wouldn't want to walk up to it. I want to like kind of fly over it or something. Just get the overview, and then you can get the fuck out of there if you need to.
It starts bubbling, splashing.
Yeah, just
at you.
god damn it.
But they were talking about how that big Lake Toba thing, when it erupted like 75,000 years ago, it almost wiped out the human species. There was only the human species bottlenecked, and there was only about 600 humans left alive in that time period.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
What time period was that? Roughly.
They said it was about 75 to 100,000 years ago.
Wow.
Huh.
Science, bitch. Love it.
So Mark, how pumped are you to go see the perpetrators tonight?
Fucking pumped as shit, man. I was listening to some of their tunes before you got here, man.
Oh yeah, okay, this
Smokes
is gonna
and
be Smokes and Chicken. I got that on the CD here.
Fucking love it.
Blast. I just had to make a mixtape today quickly. Throw at least Smokes and Chicken on there. We're gonna go and see some fancy Purple City local talent tonight. It's gonna be my 3rd time seeing Perpetrators. It's gonna be what, your first time? I'm the one who told you about them, eh? I know you like that raunchy blues. They're kind of like George Thorogood in a little bit.
Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah, me and Brenton went to see them the first time I went to see.
Yeah, first time. I think didn't I go with you the second time too?
No.
No, was that just you and Brock?
No, the first time was me, you, Brock, and Connor. We went to go see the Perpetrators. That was such a good fucking night. The second time I went, it was just me, Brock, and we took Vlad. We took Vlad with us to see the Perpetrators. Yeah, then I didn't go see them the last time because, I don't know, I've seen him twice. I only wanted to go like this time because I wanted to bring you, Mark. I wanted to show you some fucking local raunchy blues.
Local talent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're what I would say is probably one of the best local talents in our city right now. Like, Winnipeg doesn't have too much local talent. Who do we have? We have the Guess Who, and we have Neil Young, who really wasn't born here. He was born in Toronto. Or not in Toronto, but he was born in Ontario somewhere. And then moved to Winnipeg as a young kid. Who else do we have from? We have Biff Naked. She's awesome.
Man, I don't know your feelings. What do you think of Royal Canoe? What do you think of Royal Canoe?
I do not know anything about Royal Canoe except here's the 2 things I know about Royal Canoe. 1, I know that you went to see them at Folk Fest, and that was one of the fucking shows last year at Folk Fest that you said was one of the highlights, and that also the same year at Folk Fest, another person I saw there said he had a incredibly bad trip at that show because they played some dark tunes and he was just in the back freaking out. Which by the way, last time me and you, Mark, or the first time we came into contact again with each other since back in the day when we were friends. Because we stopped talking for quite a few years there, probably like, what, 6, 7 years, maybe?
5 or 4.
Like, we would talk sporadically, but we wouldn't really hang out. Next time I saw you, it was like it was one of those folk fest miracles that just kind of happened.
It was perfect.
So, I think we've spoken on the podcast about my whole longboarding fall that happened at my first year of folk fest, where I just fucked myself up. I destroyed my right arm, scraped up my fucking hip a little bit on the right, and then fucked up the leg on the knee. I'm standing there, probably, what was it, the second last day of Folk Fest, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the first aid tent, because I had to go there every day to go get my bandages changed, because the blood was just soaking right through. I'm sitting in there, and this fucking lady's just cleaning up my cuts, making sure they don't get infected throughout the festival. And I'm sitting by this guy, dude. We sat there probably for like 10-15 minutes before anyone said anything. Then I'm standing up and... Oh no, it was a guy this day. Like fucking patching up my cuts and shit. And I'm kind of looking at you like, this guy looks somewhat familiar. And then I remember standing up, and then you look at me and you go, are you, did you do Jonas Strassel? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Are you Marc Engel? And you're like, what's going on, buddy? And then I see some fucking hippie emerge from the back door, like where they had these bunk beds in the back where I guess you could lay down and shit if you were like in need of some laying down and rest. I see this hippie emerge from the back with someone, and then you're like, yo, this is Jonah Strassel. And then the guy's like, the Jonah Strassel? And I'm like, what the fuck? And then the guy's like, oh shit, you're famous. The guy who's patching me up. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Turns out it's just my old buddy Marc Engel. And who's the guy who came out of the back?
Oh, that's my buddy Jake.
Jake, so I guess you've told him stories about me before.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. The Jonas Strassel? I'm like, holy fuck, that was one of the proudest moments of my life, Mark. I've never felt so cool in my life.
The Jonas Strassel? Hell yeah.
I was like, hold on. What are you talking about?
Hold the phone.
So yeah, then I'm like, fuck, we have so much catching up to do. Come to my section, we're gonna go to the tent. We're gonna fucking take some bong rips. We're gonna have talk, but then you're on your way to leave, so we only had time for like...
It was only like an hour or so.
Not even, dude. It was 15 minutes or 20 minutes that we got to spend together, it felt like.
It was good though, man.
Then I haven't seen you again till about, what, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Not even? 3? Started talking again.
You came over to my place, I think, like a month ago.
I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Fucking missed you, bro. Me and you are always fucking good friends. We always had the same mindsets on things. We always enjoyed the exact same kind of good music.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm so excited to play for you some mixtapes that I have in this car tonight. Oh yeah.
Man, I'm kind of jealous though. I don't have as many stories as you do.
What are you talking about?
Man, my high school was bunk.
My high school was bunk too.
I mean, like, hey,
I didn't do anything in high school, really. Most of my stories come from junior high.
I
have no idea where
craziest thing I've ever, almost done in high school was one time I broke my leg in football practice. So I was in a wheelchair. So I got a key to our elevator, and I almost had sex with a chick in the elevator.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's a good story.
Except you guys ever have that friend in high school who's just like no one liked and he was just terrible?
Chubbs. No offense, Chubbs.
We
If you're
had this one
listening.
guy. His name
We
was
love you,
Spencer.
Chubbs.
All offense given, Spencer. You're a piece of shit. He would talk shit about everyone. And I was sitting in this elevator, and he was sitting there. Clearly, you could see that I was gonna get some, but she didn't want to do it in front of him. So I'm like looking at Spencer. I'm like, Spencer, get the fuck out of here. And he's just like, no, I think I'm gonna stay here and cock block you, Mark, because I'm a piece of shit. And I'm like, man, I'm like hot dogging the buns at this point, and I'm like, come on, man, just be a bro for once. Just be a bro. And it never happened, and I'm so sad.
Jesus Christ.
And like this is a chick that I like grown up with and had the hugest crush with for like the longest time. And it was just terrible. I
Mark.
went home and cried.
Mark, okay, I know you got a good story. I can't remember it too well though. What's the story that involves someone putting blood on people's homes?
Oh,
Blood
Okay,
on
well, yeah.
people's
Start from the
homes.
beginning. Make sure you lean in and speak up, because I can't be like editing your audio this whole thing.
Okay, so I went to this house party in Elmwood.
Elmwood. First of all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great time. So like they rented a bunch of big speakers. They had a bunch of DJs come in. Only 20 people showed up, but it was still a great night. So we're all partying and stuff, and I leave because I got work tomorrow. And apparently, right after I left, this guy, he ran away from the party. He lives here, like this is his place. Super fucking drunk, super high, runs away from the party. And he's like walking around Elmwood, just moved here out from the country, so he knows nothing about the city. So he's like lost, and he's trying to find his way home. And he thinks that his friends locked the doors and windows on him. So he breaks a window and like looks inside. He's like, "Fuck, this isn't my house." So he's like bleeding, like he's got deep cuts on his fucking arm and shit. He starts walking around, and he just decides, hey, you know, it's fun writing in blood on people's doors. So then he gets home. You know, the police pick him up, and like my friend at the time, well, still friend, I guess, John Tan, was like getting it in with this chick that he's liked for a long time. He's like just about to get there, and there's like this cop knock at the door, and he's like, "Fuck, what the hell?" Fucking 2 police cars, and they're just like, "You guys know this person?" Fucking just fucked. Fuck. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, then the party was shut down. Everyone was just like, "Fuck, why are you writing on people's doors in blood? You got some problems there, man?"
Yeah, he's got some major problems there. Fuck.
Oh man. That's Elmwood though.
Yeah, I don't fuck around with Elmwood. I don't go too much in that
Oh
part
man.
of the city.
Did I tell you the story about when I first took Molly?
I think so. Yeah.
So I'm on Langside and Portage. Great place to be. We're at Nectar. And
Okay, I've never been to Nectar, but all I know is that it's a dirty, skanky club. Continue.
So I'm there, and we're partying. My friend, gives me some Molly. I'm just sitting there.
Okay.
Kicks in. And I'm fucking dancing, man. Fucking dance like a motherfucker. He takes one. And he waits like 10 minutes, and he's like, "I'm not feeling it. I'm going to take a second one." So he pops 2 pills, and he just can't understand English. So I'm sitting there in Nectar on Portage and Langside, having to take care of a guy that's just like sprinting around the club.
Jesus Christ.
Like, it was great. Man, if you ever do go to Nectar though, you gotta order a 3 a.m. baby maker.
A 3 a.m. What's that?
Okay, I don't know what's in it, but it involves 4 different alcohols and gives you a martini glass. Puts a straw in it. He says, when I say go, you start drinking it, and you just down all this alcohol as it pours into the glass. You fucking sit up from that, and you're like, woo, I really do want to make a baby.
I'm gonna try that one, man.
Oh, man.
No pulling out tonight.
Oh, no, man. And I had a Burt Reynolds while I was there.
Oh yeah, Burt Reynolds are good. I remember, I've only had a Burt Reynolds once. It was at it was my first time going to Teaser's strip club with Vlad and Brock ordered a round of Burt Reynolds for the 3 of us.
So good. Such
God
a tasty
damn!
drink.
Have you ever been to Teaser's? You ever been to Teaser's? That place is fucking disgusting.
I cannot say I have.
That place is so gross that oh, what the fuck? This is my Bob's back. Yeah, I know where I am now. That place is so gross that I went to the bathroom before leaving, dude. And I started washing my hands after peeing, and then I realized that I touched the sink tap after turning it off. Turned the fucking sink back on, washed my hands again, and then walked away and left the tap on without touching it again, and just walked out without touching
Oh,
anything.
it's fucking gross.
Yeah, dude, it looks like people just spew everywhere. And
Man.
like, oh. And there's just these rich guys in suits that come in while like everyone's there, like it's us, and like we fucking ran into Chink there. Chink's sitting there with his boys. And then we're all like, yeah, and then you just see this guy in a fucking suit come, looks like he's some downtown businessman. They just start fucking throwing stacks of 20s on the fucking thing, on the stage by the stripper. Then they get taken to a back room for like half an hour. You know what the fuck went on in that back room for half an hour with a stack of 20s that big. Then they come out and they're all good and they're drinking. He's got 2 strippers around his arms the whole night. That place is sleazy. I felt so wrong.
The bathroom at Nectar was just... I felt like a whore walking in that bathroom. Really, I walked in there.
You are a whore going in that bathroom. You can't go into that bathroom and not leave a whore.
No, like, but no, seriously, like, right at the sink, there was a fucking salad bin full of lube and condoms in the men's bathroom. And I'm like, I could see that. See, you know, like...
Just in case she's dry tonight.
Yeah, you know, in case, you know, you fucking, yeah, a salad bowl full of fucking condoms and lube. And I'm just, like, sitting there, high as balls. Like, I couldn't even see straight. That's how good this shit, that ecstasy was. That Molly. That's fucking... I'm standing there, I'm pissing all over the toilet. And I come out and this guy's like just fucking
all over
pocketing.
the toilet. I'm pissing all over the toilet.
I couldn't stand straight. I was so messed up, dude. Okay, my friend Brady, before I went to this club, we drove like 4 blocks after we pre-gamed before we went to the club.
Yeah.
The drinks my friend Brady made were so strong that my world was spinning before we even made it 4 blocks away.
Holy shit.
Oh no, he calls it the Mennonite. And it involves
Mennonite.
It involves a half, like it's a grand total of a half a bottle, a half of 2.6 of, but it's like a quarter of Kraken and a quarter of Bombay. But he threw in like 3 shots of 151 in there in mine. And I was just done, man. I was like trying to finish this drink because I'm that guy who's like, I can finish my drinks, and I'm like, fuck, man, I can't do it.
God damn.
Man, he put orange juice in it too to try and kill the taste. It didn't fucking work.
Well, that sounds like a pretty strong drink.
Sounds like a good drink.
Like, you looked at the drink and it actually looked like diarrhea in the cup.
Oh.
Just with all the colors. So it wasn't even appealing to look at.
Fuck.
Ugh. It's kind of gross.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, this is guy fucking... So I'm fucking drunk as fuck. And I'm like, in this bathroom, high as fucking Molly. And I'm pissing everywhere. I walk out and this guy's just rifling the fucking condom bin. Like, you're not going to use that many condoms, guy.
Probably saving up for the next week or so.
You know, Nectar ain't bad. Like, they give you wristbands sometimes to get it free the next Saturday, or on Saturdays.
Because they can't get you in the next Saturday after being there and paying for it once. They need to give you a wristband so you can come back for free.
You should give us a second chance.
Give us a second chance, pay for drinks, but you can get in, don't have to pay the $10.
It really wasn't that bad, actually. Like, it was pretty scuzzy, like, some of the people there. But, like, really, they had, like, a section with 3 pool tables. They had 2 bars.
If you're on Molly, I assume you're going to have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Which way do I want to go back the other way?
I think you're going to have to pop a U-turn here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was thinking we got to go left.
I have no idea where we are.
Oh, we're on McPhillips. But I don't know how far down McPhillips or which side.
Northgate is just back there.
Okay, so we want to go that way. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Well, where are we going?
Back to our area.
Oh, that's probably...
Doors open at 8 for me and Mark.
Well, you guys want to get there almost a little after they open. It's not going to be busy, but still want to be in a good area.
Yeah, definitely get there. Well, I don't know. Who cares? Because we'll probably leave after the opening act anyway and go out for a smoke or something.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, there's not going to be too many people. Like, it's a pretty small venue. You ever been to Park Theater?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you been there?
Oh, yeah. My buddy Jake, he's working... He temps in another band as a bassist.
Okay.
And we went there for their tour party, starting party or whatever it is. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, it was great. I actually went into the green room too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's fucking nice back there.
Yeah, that's a great little venue. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Seen a few bands there.
I was talking to this guy at work. He's like 70 years old, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to live right down the street in front of it when it used to actually be a movie theater.
Oh yeah.
And he's got some good stories. He went to San Francisco back in the 60s.
Oh, when it was a haven.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta get some stories out of him so I can tell you guys.
Did you go down a shakedown street?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, man, that would have been a crazy fucking time.
Yeah, San Francisco in the 60s is where, if I could go back in time and live, it would be in San Francisco from 1964 to 1972 or 3. No, yeah, I'd probably leave around 1970, actually.
Make it out alive.
No, I'd make it out alive. Trust me. I'll make it out of there.
Gotta be able to tell the story. Man, see, that'd be exciting, like, in the future, if you can, like, get time machines and go and visit the past and on holidays.
Without warping the timeline.
Oh, yeah. You just go back and you just party a whole bunch.
Just have like a visual experience that doesn't really affect the time, but you can just experience that decade and do what you want.
And still
shit.
interact with other things.
Interact with people and things at the time.
Yeah, you just
a bunch
do
of
not want to
information.
affect the timeline at all. Because if you affect the timeline, then there's other people going back in time who are affecting the timeline, and then everything's just getting fucked.
Oh, yeah. You gotta love paradoxes, man. You know what's messed up? If you go back in time to stop your parents from meeting, you'll never be born.
Yeah, you'll just disappear.
You'll disappear, but you'll never. You can't do it because then there'll never have been the reason for you to go back in time for them to never meet.
That's fucked up. Because you're
But
going.
you have to erase that whole possibility first by breaking them up.
Yeah, but by breaking them up, you can't go back in time to break them up.
Yeah, but so once you do that, you're just fucking everything up. You're fucking up all the timelines, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't like thinking about time travel.
Oh man.
There's a lot of things I stopped thinking about because it just fucked with me too much as a fucking kid. Like around the time when Looper came out, that's when I was super into like time travel, and it was like messing with my brain to the point where I started like getting super into like comic book timelines. Like fucking Marvel and DC with the Flash and Superman, all them being able to reverse timelines. Then you got fucking like 9 different Spider-Mans interacting with each other, and it's just fucking, it's too much. It's too fucking much. I can't take it.
They actually have a theory about how to go back in time. You
What's
take
the theory?
a kilometer wide, like a circular bit of dark matter. That's a kilometer in diameter and a kilometer high. And you spin it at near light speed over one area, and that entire area will start going backwards in time.
How do you spin it?
I have no idea. It's just a theory.
How the fuck do you get the dark matter?
Yeah, you definitely
That's
have to
a
go
lot.
to Sweden.
They got all the shit.
They got all that dark matter. They got the dark chocolate and the dark matter down there. It's fucking Swedes. That's why they don't allow weed.
They don't?
Dude, Sweden? Yeah, because I was watching Getting Dug with High, and there's a couple of Swede faggots on the show, like the worst show ever on Getting Dug with High, and the whole time they were freaking out and laughing about how they're smoking weed, because apparently in Sweden, weed is like heroin.
Really?
Yeah. Like
What the fuck is
super
heroin?
hard. Now, heroin is just fucked. Heroin is death. It doesn't exist in Sweden. Marijuana is as bad as it gets down there.
Holy fuck.
Like, they're like, oh, they're smoking the marijuana. Yeah. Oh, smoke chocolate. I don't know how to make a Swedish accent, but that was my closest attempt.
Hey, you guys ever been to the Oak?
Yeah. Once or twice. I saw Kim Mitchell there, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you know Kim Mitchell, right?
Oh yeah.
That's my dad's favorite fucking singer. It's Kim Mitchell. His favorite band, actually. Seen him twice. Saw him once at the X for free, and then the second time, me and him got tickets for his birthday. We went. I think I don't know if it was my birthday or his birthday. Either I took him or he took me to see Kim Mitchell at the Oak. It's a good fucking time. It's a good bar. Except I just didn't like the last time I went there. I had to pay $10 to get in to play pool. So fuck that.
Yeah, man. I went there to see Airborne.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show, but like, I think the Oak learned a mighty valuable lesson that night.
What is this lesson?
So we're all
Too much, too young, too fast.
No. So everyone's drinking, right? Obviously.
Well, yeah,
They're all
Airborne.
getting glasses, like actual glass glasses.
Oh.
By the time the Airborne finished their set, everyone walked away and you looked at the floor. Every inch of the floor was covered in broken glass.
Oh.
Like if you fell, you're getting fucking nasty guts. Actually, I got a bitchin' ring that's just like the lip part of the bottle of a beer bottle. So I got that as a fucking ring now.
Jesus, yeah,
That's pretty sick,
That's
actually.
badass, man.
I don't wear it all the time because whenever you take it off, it slices your finger open. It's fucking bitchin' though.
Yeah, that is pretty bitchin'. Batchin'.
Yeah, no, we went there again to see. You ever hear of Danko Jones?
No.
No, it's a newer band. I went and checked it out because my friend in Texas told me about them. So I was like, I'll go check them out. They weren't bad. The singer talked a little too much at the end. Like he was like starting to do this mantra that he has,
Yeah.
and like he did that for like 5 minutes, and you're like, all right, keep playing the song, man. Like we get it, man.
We get it. Feed the fucking Africans. See, you have to have a bit of a fucking an image to be able to do that. You already have to have an image established for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Because when we went to see Big Sugar the first time, during the acoustic show, Brent,
Yeah.
they stopped the show and he did a nice big speech about, like, I can't remember what it was, like feeding the Africans or something. They were able to get away with it and make us all cheer because there's a good enough fucking band that we were ready to do.
And that acoustic
everything.
show was amazing.
Yeah, anything he said, if he said fucking kill the Africans, I'd be like, yeah! Take him out! Woo! Big Sugar! Big Sugar! Turn the lights out! Turn the lights out! But, all joking aside. Yeah, he had a good ass speech. Same with Roger Waters. At the end of the wall, he did that political speech.
Oh yeah.
With them while there's a good guy playing tuba on the side, and then he starts fucking crying. That was just super moving, actually.
You go the first day or the second?
I went the second.
Same, right?
Same here. We went to the same one, man.
Oh yeah.
So we got, except I don't remember it too well. I was pretty young, pretty burnt out.
I remember it because I broke my leg the day before.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I feel bad for people in wheelchairs who have to go to concerts because we had pretty decent tickets already, but then we had to get switched to the wheelchair section because my leg was broken.
Yeah.
It was like $250 a ticket
No
for the
way.
wheelchair section.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. That's expensive.
Bullshit.
But everyone was like watching me wheel around the MTS Center. They're like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah. I'm that wheelchair guy.
Woo! Run like hell!
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was in
During
high
Run
school.
Like Hell, you're just wheeling like hell. Yeah! Yeah!
I remember when I was in school with the wheelchair, all I would do around the halls is just pop wheelies. It was fucking great. In one time I looked like such a big doofus. I popped a wheelie, and I was coming around the corner. I was like doing the corner, doing the wheelie, and I fucking just fell backwards in front of like all these cute chicks, and I was just like, oh no.
And I have a lot of sympathy for people who are handicapped and in like wheelchairs and shit. But I do
Just
not
wanna
have
fucking
sympathy.
dance.
Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking dance. That was probably my most vivid memory from that movie. Is Tom Cruise with his dirty mustache and mullet on a dance floor in 1968 in a wheelchair, just fucking rolling around. Then he falls over, laying on his back, just like, I want to dance.
Wait,
I
what
just
movie
wanna
is this?
dance." Born on the 4th of July. It's about Ron Kovic, who was a Vietnam veteran who like lost both his legs during the war, and then became like some huge political speaker. But yeah, he was a big old alcoholic and drug addict in a wheelchair. Like, if you've seen Forrest Gump, right?
No, I have not
You've
seen
never
Forrest Gump.
seen Forrest Gump?
No, I have not.
Brent's never seen Forrest Gump. But like the guy in the wheelchair in Forrest Gump is basically based off Ron Kovic. Yeah,
Okay.
he just falls over on the dance floor out of his chair, like trying to dance in his wheelchair, and he's like laying on his back, just all fucked up, like, I just wanna fucking dance! I just wanna dance! It's just Tom Cruise with some dirty porn star 70s stash. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have full sympathy for people who are in wheelchairs and shit. But I do not have sympathy for you when you're an asshole in a wheelchair taking up the entire fucking hallway, and I have to slow my fat ass down for you because you're in the middle of the hallway just going 4 kilometers an hour, in your electric motor chair.
Oh, the electric one.
Talking about you, Matthew, you fucking asshole in your electric wheelchair, always just fucking in the middle. Like, fuck all you people, you're below me because I'm handicapped, and you're fully capable of what you're about to do. So fuck you.
I wouldn't really say that they're below him.
Oh, I was below him because his parents were super Christian and made him believe that everyone that was not him was below him. He was the guy in fucking elementary school that had an entire play structure built for him.
Oh yeah, it was
like,
completely constructed for
to make
him.
It handy.
They
accessible.
tore down the best wood play structure I've ever been on in my life and put it up with some shitty metal plastic one, a huge ass cement ramp that he never even went on.
Yeah, after
he
we
did go on it
he
once.
went in the fucking sandbox for the rest of the year. Because he's like, I can't really climb up the steps after I get up the handicap rail.
Yeah, you get in the handicap area, you can't go on the slides,
Fuck
can't do
you.
anything. Oh, you're on
Fuck
top of a
you.
play structure in a wheelchair. That's a lot of fun.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Dude, no, that guy also told on me in grade 3. Because, I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about. I remember we were talking about something to do with religion. I was already against fucking religion back then. And I was like, I don't read the Bible. The kid leaves the lunch class, goes to a lunch monitor, and reports me for, like, speaking about how I don't read the Bible. And I got, like, taken out of class and spoken to about, like, I don't care if you don't fucking read the Bible, you just don't advertise that you don't read the Bible. You don't, like, spread the word and shit.
What the hell?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, like,
Then
fuck you,
don't
I'm grade
advertise
3.
fucking Jesus
I'm
to
grade
me.
3. No, they weren't advertising Jesus. They're just being like, don't be anti-Semitic around here. Like, that's not cool, man.
Grade fucking 3.
Yeah,
What the fuck does that
you're
mean?
fucking 8 years old. You're already here, like, saying, fuck the Bible.
Dude, wait, can we stop at the Tim's? I need to fucking piss.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about the same thing, except I was gonna go to a field.
We all got a piss.
Oh, nice.
Syncing up.
That's
We're synchronized pissing. Instead of synchronizing our periods.
fucking Olympic
We are
sport.
Purple City synchronized pissing right now. This happened the last cast too. This might be a new segment.
Yeah.
Synchro piss.
Synchro
Welcome to the
piss.
pissing portion of the podcast.
Alright, synchro pissing. Except this time I will act. Okay, we're back from the pod piss. What's this I hear about Ghetto Frog?
That's the name of one of the songs that me and the guys made.
You and the guys made. Tell us about this. Wait, what? Let's start from the beginning. You got a band, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know about this.
You wanna
What's the
hear-
band called? What's the band called? Dude, start plugging your shit here.
All right.
What's the band called?
But I'll tell you the history. It's a great
I don't care about the.
All right, we're called
Start with
Abstract.
the
No,
band.
gotta bring it in.
Start with the band though.
All right.
Okay, no,
Right.
actually, no. Let's start with the history. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jesus fucking
I'm
Christ.
sorry, Mark.
Make a,
Do what you want to fucking do.
All right, so we
It's your
started.
time to
We
shine.
started in grade 11, so like it's been about 4 years.
Mhm.
We started with me, this guy named Scotland, and this guy named Spencer. You remember Spencer from the earlier story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
The cock blocker.
we've kicked out so many people, it's ridiculous. So it starts off with Scotland because he called my mom a bitch.
Okay.
So we kick him out. Then we get Jake, who is still a member. And we got Spencer. Spencer, this fucking guy right here. He likes to talk about he has a $4,000 drum kit.
Eddie Louie.
Was it?
Yeah. Okay.
The
Go
guy
on.
has a $4,000 drum kit, like the exact same thing that Lars has from Metallica.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, I've been playing for like 9 years or whatever it is. The guy couldn't fucking, like, he just couldn't keep up with us. And he, like, when we go to school, like, we got nothing done while we were in high school at all because of this guy. He would come to band practices and he'd be like, oh, this is pissing me off. And he'd go upstairs and talk to my mom a whole bunch about his problems instead of practicing.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And then a few, like 1 or 2 practices, he just fucking stabbed his stick right through his snare drum.
What the
And
fuck?
we were just like, I guess that's it for practice. Can't really practice without a fucking snare drum. I mean, we can, but you're not fucking good enough. So, then we go through a couple more people, and then in the end of grade 12, we kick him out. Well, we don't kick him out. He just kind of fades away. We just stop inviting him to practices and go and practice somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's me, our current drummer, because he just swapped on the drums now. and Jake, and we were.
Who's your current drummer now?
That would be Matt Merrick.
Okay, you can plug anybody's Instagrams and shit if you want. Twitters or whatever.
Yeah, your own.
Oh man, he doesn't even have an Instagram.
Okay, he's one of those guys. Fuck
Oh,
yeah, he's kind of like a Duff McKagan type. Super unknown. You got a lighter? I just dropped mine. Okay, go on.
So yeah, he fucking fizzles out, whatever, and we're at this point we're a metal band. At this point, what were we called? Fuck. I gotta remember this name because it was a alright name.
Remember to speak up, dude. You're kind of mumbling. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Fuck, I can't remember the band. Name of the band. Anyways, so in I think 3 months we wrote an entire album as soon as we kicked him out of just straight metal music.
Holy
It was
fuck. As soon as he came out of the band, too, you guys just started flowing.
Exactly.
Okay, that tells you something. That guy was just...
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
bad
yeah,
vibes. Bad vibes.
Yeah. Bad vibe, Brandon.
We write that. Oh, we were Ambition to Conquer. That was the name of our band.
Ambition to Conquer.
Yeah.
That's a cool
Damn,
band
you guys
name.
got nice names.
Yeah, okay, okay, go on, because I'm anxious to hear the new band name.
So we wrote a whole bunch of songs, like we wrote a song called I Worship Pain and stuff like that. We were deep in the metal scene.
Oh, yeah.
But, so then we started just slowly drifting towards prog for a while there. We
Progressive rock for any of you noobs out there.
So we started drifting towards prog, and we wrote a lengthy song. It was all one song. It was called Captain Chaos.
How long?
Oh,
I
man.
love those long songs, dude.
Had
You
to
know
have
I'm
been
all
like
about that long
17,
song.
20 minutes.
Oh shit.
Fuck yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, send me a copy of that song, please. If you send me a copy of that song, do you have a copy of that song?
Oh yeah.
Send me a copy of that song. I will end the podcast with the full 20 minutes of that song. I'm serious.
All right.
I'm serious.
So then after that,
Please do that.
we had this drummer at the time and that was that John guy. And so he moved out to Toronto. He's getting this music mastering degree. And so then
So you was taking school for music.
yeah.
Okay.
So we slapped Matt on the drums, and we got this new guitar player named Devin. We fucking at Garglepuss on Instagram. Greatest fucking name I think I've ever heard.
How do you spell it? How do you spell Garglepuss?
Garglepuss.
That's Garglepuss at Twitter.
At Insta.
That's insane.
At Instagram, sorry.
So he joins the band, and man, this guy, he's got like a $500 pedal board. The guy sounds just like fucking Jimi Hendrix. Like, it's crazy. That's his biggest influence.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's great. So like now, what you got now is you got Abstraction, which is abstraction, and I gotta tell you the meaning behind the name.
Wait, so your band is now called Abstraction?
Yeah.
That is fucking stellar.
Yeah, see, that's an amazing.
That's
name.
cool, dude.
See, the cool thing about the
You
word
didn't
is-
take my ticking time bomb.
Actually, we were called Time Bomb Express for a while. That was
Dude,
the
did you really?
Yeah.
Dude,
All props to you. I told everyone, I'm like, this is all props to my friend Jonah. That's my
Yeah.
kid knows you.
Yeah, back in the day, I made a recommendation. You guys, what did I call you guys? Time Bomb Express?
Yep.
That's cool as fuck.
We wanted
okay,
to
That's
use
a
it
good
sorry,
for-
that's a
name.
cool name. Sorry.
We played covers in high school, and we wanted to use that, but they're like, no, you can't use that. Fucking, it has the mentioning of explosives or a bomb.
Time Bomb Express. That's a cool name.
It
I'm
is.
proud of myself for that one. So okay, so now you're Abstraction.
Yeah, with abstraction, the word means it's the thought of an idea. So it's all like the jumbled, abstract thoughts that form into an idea.
God damn.
Oh yeah. So now we're Abstraction. We've just finished our first album together, and we're really liking where we're at.
What's your fucking album called? Abstract This?
No, we haven't come up with a name yet, but man,
Time Bomb Express. Abstraction.
there's a theme in there because like.
What's the theme? Okay, hold on. Can you just send me a whole fucking link to your album?
Oh yeah.
Can I just? No, I'm serious, dude.
I
I'm
got
gonna
a
make
CD at
myself a
home.
mixtape.
I got a CD at home.
Just send it to me so I can download my own CD. Unless, no, dude, I'm bringing you home tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, give me a copy of your CD tonight, dude. I'm gonna make myself my own copy, please. I really, really, really want to hear this.
The mixing needs to be a bit better because
I
my
don't
voice
care
is
about
really
mixing.
quiet, but I think you could really dig it.
Dude, I'll fucking mix it for you. I have programs, dude. I have Audition. That's what I'm editing this podcast on, dude. I have the programs for fucking music editing. Yes. I don't know how to mix music at all, but I can maybe try and learn. Like, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, it's
I have the
something.
programs. May as well fucking do it. It's gonna start getting slow at work when I'm alone. Why the fuck not? Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be your new mixer, Mark. Send me that shit. I'm gonna try and see what I can do with it. I'm gonna fiddle with it. We'll see what happens.
We're trying to tie in because I kind of the whole album and all the lyrics in the album are kind of like how I've been in the last year. Because the whole last year for me has just
Crazy.
been fucked. Like a year ago when we met again at Folk Fest.
Yeah.
That's when like all my drinking started and all my drug habits. Like,
Okay.
not all of them. Like, I smoked weed before, but I started just getting heavy and all that shit.
Yeah. You always start somewhere, and then you start to really get into it once you start understanding what's about to happen.
6 months before that, I almost died.
How?
Diabetic ketone acidosis. My blood basically turned to vinegar. It was like the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Holy
I was in the hospital for a week, and usually when diabetics go in for diabetic ketone acidosis, it's usually a night stay. I was in there for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, they
So
had me.
what exactly causes this?
It's when your blood sugars fluctuate from really high to really low a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it was because it's like flu-like symptoms, so I was throwing up a lot. So I threw up for a week, and then it stopped, and then the next week I started throwing up again, but then I started throwing up blood.
Oh,
no.
that's scary.
That's
Mhm.
bad, dude.
And like my family didn't believe me. I'm like, man, this is blood. Like these are black little coagulated chunks of blood in my puke. They're like, nah, Mark, you're not a doctor. You'll be fine. I'm like, man. So I go to the hospital, and like I'm not even like like when you get the fresh snow and it's not disturbed, you get that bright shine off of it.
Yeah.
And you have to like squint your eyes. I was like so close to just shutting down. Like I wasn't even reacting. Like my pupils weren't reacting to light. My
Yeah.
dad was just like looking at my face, and he's like, "Oh, fuck!" And so we go to the Victoria Hospital, and I don't even hit the waiting room. Waiting room is just full, and I just go straight to the back. I was hooked up to a breathing monitor, a heart monitor. Had 3 IVs. I had every monitor you can think of, and I was in so much pain. They were giving me morphine, and like this is why I'm glad I don't know anyone that sells morphine. Because if I did, I'd have been hooked on morphine, like straight up. Like that is the best thing I've ever felt. in my
I
life.
have no experience with what that is.
They gave
What was
me.
it like?
Oh man, you were just floating. Like I turned into Scarface. Like I was just quoting stuff from Scarface the whole time.
Say hello to my little
Oh, yeah, I was
friend.
just like, never go sit
whip
back
out your
like this.
dick.
Oh yeah, say hello to my little friend. Mark, put it away. But like, to put it into perspective, how much they gave me. My mom worked with a painkiller addict.
Yeah.
He would take tablets of morphine, like the ingestible ones.
Yes.
And to get through his fix, he would take 12 milligrams. They pumped me with 14 milligrams. I was flying.
God damn, son.
So I get out of that. And prior to that, actually it was like a year and a half, this whole lyrical build-up. I fucking leave high school. I just dumped like my year-long girlfriend because she was flunking out. She didn't want to go to school. She didn't want to get a job. She didn't want to do anything.
She's just a loser.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Sorry, no offense to
Oh yeah, no, it's
your
like
ex,
she's a
but
sweet
you're
girl.
being a
She's
fucking
a sweet
loser
girl, but she
at
just
that
has,
point.
yeah, she has no ambition for anything.
Yeah.
So I dumped her, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna start fresh. I'm gonna go for it. So I tried to date this girl that's best friends with Jake's girlfriend,
Yeah.
so we could go on like sweet double dates and stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay. Planning it out.
Yeah, why not?
No, it's fun. It's fun having
Oh,
shit
dude,
like that.
yeah, I totally would understand. I miss that kind of shit.
So it's the start of summer, and I'm starting like talking to this girl. Well, I've known her already, so we're talking and stuff. We kissing some stuff, and she's like, "Well, I don't want to like cheat on my boyfriend or anything. Like, just kind of start making out with me."
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like already cheating. But anyways, I digress. So I wait. She's like, "Just give me some space." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I give her some space. 6 months later, she texted me saying that I feel like you tried to pressure me into this relationship. And I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck are you smoking?
Yeah.
So that was the end of that, and I was fucking torn up about that because I really liked this chick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go out, start trying to go out with this next chick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I tried 3 times with this next chick because I like this chick too.
Yeah.
So we go on one date, and I kiss her,
Yeah.
and she changes right after I kiss her. And a week later, she texts me saying, "Yeah, I don't really want to talk to you anymore. As soon as you kissed me, I realized I was a lesbian." You gotta think, man, that's a fucking blow and a half to a guy's pride.
Dude, that
just
destroys a man.
I think I'm a lesbian.
Mark,
Oh my god.
You turned a girl lesbian.
Yeah.
From one kiss. It's like,
Ladies.
instead of you turning the frog into a prince, you turn the beautiful lady into a lesbian.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Mark.
It was great.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's
We gotta wrap up on that. We gotta end on a high note.
Oh yeah.
We're already close to dropping off, Brent. Me and you gotta go see this wonderful Perpetrators of Blues band. Mark, we gotta have you on the podcast again. You got so much fucking stories we need to hear. But right now, like, I think we just need to turn it off. We need to chill. We need to, like, talk not on a fucking recording device right now.
Oh yeah.
So, if you have any finishing words you want to say them now. And I would like you to plug your podcast, or not your podcast. You don't have a podcast. You can plug, what was it called? That fucking porno thing you were telling us about earlier. Plug that podcast. And then plug your Instagram if you have a Twitter. Plug your Facebook, whatever. Just tell us your fucking shit.
All right. Yeah, if you want to see more from Abstraction, you can go on YouTube and look up Matt Merrick on YouTube.
Spell it out.
MATT space MAREK. Matt Merrick. That's on YouTube. If you want to check out some little clips, pictures we got for Abstraction, you can check them out at Abstraction Inc. on Instagram. Or if you want to check out some of the hilarity that I'd post, you can look up Bro Jobs on the Daily.
Bro Jobs on the Daily.
That's pretty
I love
sick.
that Instagram name. Is there any underscores and shit in there, or is it just one
in
word?
between all the words, it's underscores.
So bro_jobs_on_the_daily.
Yeah.
That's Bro Jobs on the Daily. Marc Engel. And then we got the usual Brent Schaffner. I'll plug your Instagram since last time you said you didn't know. It's one Shent. SCHENT.
Okay.
One Shent, I think.
I think it's one Shent too, actually,
One
now that you're
Shent
saying
too.
it.
I don't know, maybe. Just find Brent somehow if you want. I don't know, Brent, you got anything else you want to plug?
Oh, I think that's all I really got is the Instagram now.
Yeah.
I think my Snapchat's Shoff12 or something like that. SCHOF12. I don't know.
Yeah, so
You
find
can try that.
And then for me, I guess, I don't have Twitter because I don't understand that shit. It's completely bullshit to me. Instagram, feed_your_heads. And then Snapchat, I didn't want to plug it last time because I said if I add you on Snapchat, that's what's happening. And I'm going to keep it that way for now. I add you on Snapchat, that's what's
Look
fucking
at that deer.
happening.
Holy
Where?
fuck,
You
there's
got
a
a
deer.
deer?
There's one right here too, look. There's
got a bunch
two,
of deer?
3, wait, look.
Oh
Four-
shit, there's a bunch
Four
of
deer right here on
And
Raleigh.
they just ran.
Holy shit.
Shine my lights on them. We're all good. Okay, that's a great way to end the podcast. Stay purple, you fucking city, Winnipeg. We love you all. Till the next one. Thank you, Mark.
No problem. Peace on the
Mark,
streets.
buddy. Peace on the streets. Have a good night, people.
Good night.
turns out they couldn't drive standard old crap. So they fled on foot and ended up robbing friends of Zap. 6 months later, all time's erased. This kid's got no business with the gun to my face. Get the gun out of my face! Get the gun out of my face! I spend my money on smokes and chicken. I spend my money on smokes and chicken. Get the gun out of my face! Get the gun out of my face! I spend my money on smokes and chicken. I spend my money on smokes and chicken. This is how it went down. My parents dropped me off at the 7-Eleven to catch a bus. I just ran out of smokes and I felt some chicken was a must. So I bought these things and stepped outside to see my bus go by. I felt a nudge from behind me and turned around to find out why. I saw a gun held by some kid, but the whole thing looked kind of funny. He had his mid covering his face up and he said, "Give me your money." I thought, no shots he would be firing, no fights I would be picking. So my right hand raised the smokes up and my left a bag of chicken. I said,